Alright, so we're back, and like I said in the last video, we will be using another software for us to analyze our data using factor analysis, correlation matrix, and regression for direct effects. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm going to introduce you to AMOS. This is a software that's being used mostly more for academic purposes rather than practice-based purposes. So if you are an academic like myself, then feel free to continue with the video. Otherwise, if you're more interested in the practice, you may go ahead and just look at my SPSS videos for now. So that being said, and got that out of the way, let's get to it. Now, SPSS is my main software that's open here right now. So when I click on Analyze, you will see in the bottom part here, IBM SPSS AMOS. So when you click on that, I already have it open. So when I click on that, it will open this blank slate here. Now, welcome to AMOS. This is a drawing tool. So you can see models here. What we're going to do is we're going to visualize how the model will look like in an attempt for us to analyze our data. So first things first, you want to look into select data, and you would see here that there is a entry here. This means that the SPSS file that we opened AMOS from is connected already to the drawings tool that we have here. So that's fine. Second way to look at it is that when we look at the variables, the list variables in the data set, you would see here the list of your question items here, and that's another indication that all of your the SPSS datasheet is connected to your AMOS. So we're good to go. First things first, we will be using this latent variable tool, and we will start drawing. So go back to our questionnaire. We would see that trust in e-government has 3 items. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then afterwards, information quality has 6 items, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me zoom this one out a bit so it's gonna be a little bit more visible for us. Okay, and then I think, oops, sorry, not that window. We're gonna go system quality with 9. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, service quality has 3. 1, 2, 3. And perceived usefulness has 4. User satisfaction has 3. Okay, so go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And our last variable of perceived benefits has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Next up, we're gonna look at the list variable in the dataset, and we're gonna start clicking and dragging these question items to our symbols here. So TRE1, once it lights up red like so, you can just release your click and drag motion there, and we're gonna do the same for the rest. Click and drag, click and drag. Okay, and then we'll continue. Okay. Now, like I said in the beginning, AMOS is mostly used more for academic papers rather than industry reports or like management reports. So it's not, so this is going to be a more hardcore, more detailed approach to doing statistical analysis here. So if you're one using, like, your audience is more for management or rather than submitting a paper for a conference or a journal, then SPSS would do fine. Yeah, you would do fine with SPSS. But for academic environments, academic circles, AMOS is the way to go when you want to do your factor analysis and your regression, or any software that employs more about confirmatory factor analysis and structural equation modeling. So yeah, so this is what's going to be all about. For this video, like I said in the video, we will be analyzing our data using structural equation modeling, but we'll be limiting it to direct effects of variables. We'll have another video later on that would show how to do it using employing the moderating and mediating effects of if there's any in your model. So yeah, Okay, so let's do the last part here on perceived benefits. Two, two, three, 4, and 5. Okay, there you go. Close this window, and then let's start right-clicking it, and let's start naming our variables. So this is on trust. Okay. Next one is on info quality. Next is system quality. Next is service quality. Serve qual. Now that's a popular theoretical foundation for those who are you in the know about it. Perceived usefulness, user satisfaction, and perceived benefits. Okay. So yeah, you can label this whatever you want. I mean, it's up to you. It's like no problem. I'm just doing this for my own purpose. Okay. The next part is when you go to plugins and then you click on name unobserved variables. It will automatically label all of these error terms you're gonna see here. So that's a shortcut for you to do it. Now the next thing we're going to do is like we're going to click on preserve symmetries. We're going to make it a little bit more presentable in this case. So I'm going to move objects around and see how will this pan out. Now it doesn't matter where your variables are at the moment. The order in which where they are is not really that important at this point. You'll see why in a bit. So yeah. And then I'm gonna use my rotating tool here so that I can literally like rotate these around again for better presentation of my data. So there's no problem with that. So let me just continue doing my thing here. Okay, there we go. And all right, that looks fine. Okay. All right. So next thing is I'm gonna use as a select one object at a time tool. It's gonna highlight everything. The one I'm clicking in blue, these are your main study variables. You want to do factor analysis with them. So so once that's all highlighted, you click on plugins and then draw covariances. And yeah, all right. So that's all in, and then I'm going to deselect all objects so that everything goes black again here. And then the next part is that I'm going to go for analysis properties here, and I'm going to tell AMOS what to generate. So I'm going to do standardized estimates. I'm going to do modification indices. I think this is all I need right now for factor analysis. So that's done. Okay. And then once it's done, I'm gonna calculate estimates and pray that this whole thing works. Now, you know it's gonna work because it tells you to save the file first before running it. So we're good. So I'm gonna just overwrite my file here. AMOS factor analysis here. Yes, I'm gonna replace the file and wait a little bit for it to overwrite, do its magic, and it's gonna run it. Okay, this window that you see here on your left hand side is a summary of the computations being done. But you want a more, what we want to see obviously is like a more detailed description of it. So we click on view text, and here we go. All right, what we see now here is the AMOS output. The first thing that you want to click at is the estimates. Estimates, and when you click on that, you're going to see two tables. We're going to refer to two tables every now and then when we're looking at estimates. The regression weights here, which we will see the estimates, but unfortunately these are the unstandardized estimates, so this is not really very useful for us. What is more useful for us is the standardized estimates, or the standardized regression weights, which are the ones that you see here in the bottom one. But we will be using this table again because we want to see the p-values for our relationship here. We're gonna use this more later, but for now, let's focus attention first on the standardized regression estimates, the second table that we see here. Now, notice that unlike SPSS, that we ran the factor analysis for each variable, when we run it using structural equation modeling, we run everything at the same time. So yeah, all right. So the thresholds for this, I like to use zero point 0.6. Some would be zero point 0.7. So if you see anything that's below zero point 0.6 right now, like this one, Sir SQ7, then that's a candidate for deletion. So what I'm going to do now is like based on this finding that I have, I'm gonna go back to my drawing here, my model, look for SQ7, which is my seventh question item on system quality. Okay, I'm gonna click. I'm gonna use this erase object function, and I'm just gonna delete it from the model. This is similar in the way that we delete factor items when we do factor analysis. So once it's done, I'm gonna run it again. All right, and view text once more, and then look at estimates again, and then go down. So we see now that all of our numbers are are above our preferred threshold of zero point 0.7. Okay, that's good. But we're not done yet. The next thing that we're gonna look into is the model fit. We need to make sure that our the what we call our measurement model. This is our measurement model. Is, well, fit. It's a model, so there needs to be some degree of fit, like goodness of fit. We're going to determine here. And incidentally, the first item that we're going to look at is the GFI, the goodness of fit. So it's at 0.77 right now. Usually the threshold here is 0.90. Yeah, 0.90. Same with the adjusted GFI. So we need to get this up to 0.9. 0.9. And the way to do that is we go to modification indices now, and we're gonna look at this entire list of covariances here, and we're gonna look at which are the highest ones. Now, for first timers, okay, and this is like I'm looking at for first timers, you want to do this one at a time. Okay, again, you want to do this one at a time. But if you're a more seasoned, if you're more experienced than if you're more experienced like I am, you can actually do this multiple times in each run. When I say do this one at a time, like one for each run, and you'll see in a bit. So I'm looking at this one, E31 to E32 is like the modification index is like 157. That's the highest I'm seeing right now. I'm also seeing another one that's at 86, so that's 13 to 15. I need to keep that in mind. Oh, 10 and 11 is at 89. All right, so let's do that 3 first. Again, you need to do this one at a time, but I'm doing it 3 because I'm already used to this one. So 31 to 32, let me check first. Where is 31 to 32? All right. If these error terms that AMOS recommends you to connect or to covariate falls under the same variable, that's totally fine. You don't covariate error terms from different items. No, that's theoretically and structurally wrong, because that would mean that one item in one variable has a covariance with another variable, another item in a different variable. You don't want that. That's both theoretically and structurally wrong. So the first one is like 31 and 32, right? All right, so we're gonna do that one. We're gonna covariate it again. So you do is like drop covariance here, and then you're gonna like connect it here. The other ones that we saw were 13 and 15, and the other one is 10 and 11. So let's check that. 10 and 11, all right, they're in the same one, so that's fine. 13 and 15, okay, there's another one. I think I saw 70 something in this list. Yeah, there's a 73 here. It's 11 and 12. All right, let's do that one first. 11 and 12 before I forget. Okay, 11 and 12. Okay. And I think I saw 79 down here somewhere. Okay, no, I didn't. All right, so is there anything else? Okay, here you go. 76, 17 and 18. All right, 17, 18. Okay, 17 and 18. Okay. All right, so let's try to run it then. I'm going to save first. And then let's run it again. Now, you notice the chi-square that's being generated here. You want this as low as you can. So it already, even before you check on the view text here, you can already have an indication of how far you've gone as far as model fit is concerned. It's still at 16. It's still at 1600. 1675 chi-square. That means I have to do a little bit more work when it comes to like getting my model fit and all. So view text. And then you always want to check the estimates first, because every time you mess around with the modification indices, these have the potential to change. Okay, so I'm still good as far as the estimates are concerned. Let's go to model fit now and see how far we've gone up the ladder. Oh good, we're at 0.82 now. We're getting there. So but that means we still need to continue doing like modifying our model. So let's go for the four, let's go, so it's like the 50s and 40s right now. So yeah. Okay, so okay, let's do the 40s. Probably all the way to the 20s. Oh, there's a 65 there. Oh, I can't use this one. See this. Like this is like 25. Okay, 25. All right, here's another thing. There's a lot of decision making that comes into play when it comes to you using AMOS for this one. So it's like, okay, look at E25. E25 is this one. PU4, like my fourth year. It's EU4. Uh, when you see something like this, that kind of means that it's like it's trying to connect, like PU4, the question item that comes with this error term. It's like it's trying to connect to a lot of things. There's a lot of significant numbers here, though. Yeah, so it's trying to connect to a lot of things. That means trying to covariate and relate to a lot of things, not necessarily within the variable. It's actually try to connect to the variable. If that's the case, then you can actually go ahead and delete that item. Okay, you can probably go ahead and delete that question item. So E25 is actually PU4. All right, so let's get rid of that. Okay, let's get rid of that, and then we can save it, and then let's try to run it again. Mm. All right, so I think we did a lot, because like the last statistic was at points like 1600. We're down to 1400, but we still need to check now. Okay, again, look at the estimates. Always look at the estimates first, because again, every time you do something, it moves everything around. So you wanna make sure that when it calculates it, you're still good. Okay, model fit now. Oh, we're up to 0.83. Yeah, it actually didn't do much. It's like with 0.82 and it's like we do everything. All right, so we're gonna do the modification indices again and see whether or not there are some things that we can look into. All right, this looks okay, promising. 29 is okay. 29 is fine. 10 and 12, maybe? Okay, 10 and 12. 10 and 12. All right, yeah, E3. Like, look at E3 here. It's trying to connect to a lot of my main variables. So I probably would go ahead and delete that one as well. So okay, let's try to do that. Let's get rid of E. What's E3? TRE3. All right, so let's try to get rid of that one, and then run it again. Now, normally when you do this, you will have a different result in your factor analysis compared to the one when you try to run it in SPSS. So yeah, so also watch out for that. I think if you remember correctly, like in SPSS, we only deleted one item. Now we're up to three items deleted in total. So yeah, so you'll end up with, most likely you'll end up with different results. So again, go to estimates once more. All right. Okay, everything still looks good. Model fit. Okay, let's look at the model fit now. Okay, we're up to 8.85. Okay, we're up to 0.85 here. Okay, all right. So let's continue. Let's continue monkeying around with this model. Right, so again, a lot of decision making work will come in here. It's not just about just looking at the numbers and all. All right, E4. What about E4? Yeah, look at E4. E4 is not only trying to connect to like my main, but it's also trying to connect to a lot of variables that are not within its scope. Like these ones, like 10, 12, 15. Like I know these are in the different one. Is that E4? E4, right? Okay, E4 is where's E4? This one. It's trying to connect all the way down here. So yeah, that's not good. So I'm gonna get rid of E4. All right. Okay. Oh, by the way, I did when I deleted the first, like when I did it's IQ1, like E4 is like IQ. E4 is IQ1. You notice like these small number ones here. I'm actually glad I deleted that because that would give me it will give me something to talk about as well. I want to click on this arrow here, and I would need to have a regression weight of one there. All right, you need to anchor each variable to a question item here. So notice like all these little number ones you see here. So it's like okay, the regression weight there's one, everything's anchored there. If you don't do that, AMOS won't run. So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna save it again, and I'm going to run it again. Do. All right, we're down to 1093. All right, so we're doing pretty good so far. Okay, again, you look at your estimates. You look at your estimates, see that everything's still okay. All right, we're good. And then the model fit. Here's point. Okay, we're up to 0.87. Okay, so we're gonna look at the modification indices again and see whether or not we can also look at something else that we can look into here. Normally, what I do is like I just try to eyeball the big numbers and see whether or not they're like what's making them so big and all. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about 18 as well. Like, look, there's a lot of like big numbers here, but they want me to connect it to the variable, so that's no good. That's actually no good at all. So okay, so 18. What's E18 now? E18 is SQ9. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of SQ9. Okay, all right, and then I'm gonna run it again. Now admittedly it takes a while for you to get used to AMOS. It's not a software that's really user friendly, or the way that you're gonna manipulate it, it's not really user friendly. So yeah, it's a little difficult to get a hang of it. Like I remember the first time like I was handling this kind of software, it took me the whole day just get the hang of it. So yeah. Okay, so we're down to 986. I ran it twice just in case. Okay, good at estimates again. Estimates are looking good. All right. Model fit. Now, we're up to 0.88 now. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, GFI and AGFI are the ones that are like the priority when it comes to you using getting the model fit uh your analysis here. Okay, E29 looks good. It's like 42. What's E29? E29 is down here. Okay, you can connect it to E30. All right, so let's do that. Is there anything else that I can connect it to? Like is there something like 22, 20? Oh, like 38. Okay, E10 to E12. All right, so let's do that. E10 to E10 and E12. E10 and E12. All right. What else? What else can I do here? Like I think I saw like another 20s before. All right, let's do the 20s as well. Like okay, let's do 14 and 15. 14 and 15 as well. Okay. All right, so okay, save it again. So basically the choice between just using the modification indices or deleting an item will basically depend a lot on the way that you try to you base a lot of experience as well here. So okay, so let's view your text again. Okay, look at your estimates again. Okay, okay, see all these numbers. All right, they're good. Okay, you're good so far. You gotta do a model. Okay, you gotta do your model fit. Oh, we're almost there. Oh, dang! Like we're almost there. Like GFI is like almost there. Okay, good. So let's see what we can still do here. Yeah, see, like this one, E6. I'm actually looking at E6 as well. It's like it's trying to connect the two variables, and one of them is like really big. It's like it's relatively big. It's like we're looking at the 20s right now. E28 is also looking a little iffy right now. So okay, we'll do what was the other one again? Oh, E6, E6, E6. Okay, yeah, let's do E28 first. It's like I'm a little bit more inclined. E20, E28. All right, E28. Okay, E20. Okay. Oh, this one. Use okay. So we can get rid of that one. E28. Be very careful, especially if there's overlapping here. Okay, so you may make a mistake here, but there's an undo button. Yeah, they're down here. There's an undo button here, so that's totally fine. So save it once more, and then run it again. Okay, we're down to 766. Hopefully that will be enough for us to do that. So again, we'll look at estimates. All right, all right, we're looking good. We're looking good. Model fit. And we're there, all right, point 0.9, 0.90. Now this is this is fine. Like the way that you're gonna look at this as well is like if once you get GFI is fine and then but AGFI is still a little bit low, you need to get it also to point 0.9 or at least like point 0.8 or something. But the way that you can justify this as well if you want to continue or not is like you can look at the other figures. Like for example, RMR here, it's supposed to be lower than 0.05. We're at zero point zero 0.04 right now. And then your baseline comparison model numbers here, like the NFI, TLI, and CFI, you need a minimum of 0.95 here. We're already like 0.979, 974, 978, 965 NFI here. And then the last one that I want to look is the RMSEA. And the RMSEAs, you need to have this at 0.08 or lower, like lower than 0.08. So that's looking fine for now. So if you want to continue doing so until you get to it, that's totally fine. But probably for the purposes of this exercise, I'm gonna stop right now here. I'm gonna stop right now. There might be some little like incremental improvements that you can do just to further improve the model fit here. Like for example, you wanna what was the other one we were looking at? We were looking at six, right? Like E6. Okay, what is E6? Oh, IQ3 E6. Okay, okay. All right, just for the purposes of like we can improve that further, let's get rid of it. Okay, I6. All right, so that being said, okay, we can save it again once more, and then you calculate the estimates once more. And probably we're gonna do this for the last time. All right, we're down to 683.1 chi-square. We're gonna look at the output. Should it decide to show itself? There you go. Okay, estimates and regression weights. All right, we're good. Model fit. And yeah, this is better. Like this is better. I'm more comfortable with this one. Like, if I could get AGFI to at least 0.88, that's good. This one is already almost maxed out. So RMR is like less than 0.05. GFI is at okay 0.91. Again, it's supposed to be at least zero point 0.9. That's fine with me. RMSME is really low now. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, we're good with this one. Okay, so yeah. Hang on. Where's that? Okay, so what we're going to look into, like, okay, we're gonna go for estimates. What we want to see is this one, like the standardized regression weights here. So, okay, this is what we're going to report. Okay, this one, and then we're gonna also report the model fit figures. Like I said, what we want to report is the GFI, the IGFI, the RMR, NFI, TLI, CFI has to be all beyond 0.95, and then RMSCA, the last one has to be below 0.08. All right, so yeah, Okay, I'm gonna cut off the video here from now because I think we ran a little long. In the next one, we'll be proceeding on how to do correlation matrix and probably do regression, also using AMOS. So, okay, see you then.